the thing that got announced while I was away in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Something that I'm sure a lot of you saw this and you're like, oh, Brian. Oh, no. Oh, no. But, yeah. Yeah. This bad boy right here. Set number 71395. The Mario 64 question mark block. Officially unveiled. I got tagged in this a lot while I was away at Brickfest Live, and I was in the middle of setting everything up. I will say that a few of us have gotten this for review. Of course, I have. Of course, myself, Brick and Nick, April B. That's all I know in my immediate circle. And yeah. So I'll be doing, I believe the embargo is on Thursday. There will be a full video review of the set itself. The set itself and the quality of the build on Beyond the Brick. On Thursday. Thursday is the day. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. But right now, I'm going to talk about what the set means for me and what it could mean for Mario in the future. Look at this fluffy piece of PR right here. Look at all that fluff. Okay. So when I open this set, you're gonna see my unboxing, like taking it out of the brown box. When I saw this, I was like, what? And I opened it, and I saw the question mark block, and I'm like, I saw the front of this box, and I'm like, okay, what is this? This is weird. And then I see the Mario 64 logo, and I'm like, okay. And then you see it on the back, and you see this. And you're like, okay. So there's a lot to unpack here, chat. Lots to unpack here. Buckle in, all right? So I talked with Nick when, because I this got delayed for me. I had to wait a little while, you know? So when I saw this, I was saying so I opened it, and then I immediately went to get ice cream, because that's just what you do. And on my walk from the car to the like where the ice cream was, I just kept saying, this is weird. This is just weird. It's weird. It's weird. And it's weird for a lot of reasons. Reason number one is because it's micro scale. Reason number two, it's in the form factor that it's in. Reason number three, it's something that people have mentioned in comments and whatnot. They mention a lot of things, chat. A lot of things have been mentioned about this question mark block. Thing number one to notice, can somebody in the chat, wake up, chat? Can somebody tell me how many question mark blocks there are in Mario 64? Raise of hands. Somebody tell me how many question mark blocks are in Mario 64? Anyone know? Does anyone know? Amish Ace has the correct answer. Goose Egg, zero question blocks in Mario 64. So I don't have an issue with that point specifically, because, okay, the question mark block is a very important part of Mario, the franchise in general. I understand that. But when on the front of the box it says Super Mario 64, and spoiler alert, in the instructions, they call this set an homage to Mario 64. This is a Mario 64 25 year anniversary set. This is what this is. And because it's commemorating this specific game, this block isn't in the game. So it could have been anything else for a form factor to hold it in besides the question mark block itself, you know? So because of that reason, that's why I have an issue with it. The block does represent the franchise really, really well in general, but not specifically Mario 64. That's the only reason I have issue with it, all right? Now, okay, in terms of this flap right here, you're like, oh my goodness, what's in here? Don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry about it. The main focal points are going on over here. So, my issue with this set, like, another thing too, by the way, chat, this does not count as a Princess Peach's Castle set. Absolutely does not. What's the name of the set? Super Mario 64 ? Block. Peach's Castle is not in the title of the set whatsoever. This does not count. Does not count. Absolutely does not count, because they've come out with micro-scale versions of all the other like types of castles before. You have a big Disney castle, the smaller Disney castle, you have that, Beauty and the Beast castle, whatever. This does not count. So I have not gotten my Princess Peach's Castle Lego set. If we get a mini doll Peach's Castle set, then fine. Then that's totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. 100% fine. But the name of the set needs to be somewhere in here, Princess Peach's Castle. So this does not count, in my opinion, and I believe in the overwhelming majority opinion of people that have seen this set. Can we agree on that? Hopefully we can agree on that, all right? That stained glass tile, though. And the reason it bothers me, Flynn, is because this castle deserves that much more. This castle should be a fully scaled up. That stained glass piece should be a standard, window piece that has a translucent sticker on it. All of the details that you could put in this castle make it so distinct from any other Lego castle that has come out, and they just haven't done it. They refuse to do it for whatever reason. It is not a sticker. There are no stickers in this set, okay? You see there's an interactive tile down here for Mario. I don't know what the functionality is. The app hasn't updated yet. So all of these are printed right here, Bomb Bomb Battlefield. Like, all of these prints should be larger. I just want to see the larger castle. Like, the thing is, okay. How do I want to articulate my thoughts here? Like, having the printed Bowser puzzle, having the eye, like, this is totally usable in other sets, right? My issue with the set, and this is not a critique on the ingenuity of the build, because the flipping mechanism and the way it pops out is genius. It's cool. But the thing is, and what I said to Nick, is that it doesn't scratch any particular itch for anything this set is supposed to be. Because if you wanted the question mark block itself, that's cool and a great large-scale prop to have in your background made out of Lego. It doesn't need to be $170 to scratch that itch. You could have made it $100, take out all this stuff, boom, there's your question mark block. Maybe there's one thing in the middle. You pop open one flap, boom, there you go. That's it. Maybe you have just the castle on top. Flip it around, bam, there you go. Right on top. Beautiful. These micro-scale versions of each of these environments for Peach's Castle, Bomb Bomb Battlefield, Cool Cool Mountain, and Lethal Lava Land, all of these are the absolute minimum possible scale they could use to make these sets. You couldn't make these any smaller if you wanted to. This is as small as they could possibly get without compromising on a lot of the detail. So I wanted to see these a little bit larger. To me, these are too small to justify them being in this boxy form. And in terms of the presentation, it flips open. You saw it open in like the presentation, right? The teaser video, whatever it was. I would have preferred if each of these flipped out on the sides, top, and front. So you can see this side here. If you flip open this door to the side, Cool Cool Mountain pops out, and that would have allowed for a larger micro-scale display. The other side would be Bomb Bomb Battlefield, the front could be Lethal Lava Land, and the castle could flip out on the top. So you could still have all of these different micro environments, but have them at a larger scale to get more detail in there, get more printing, because you could have had, the pink bomb-bombs in the Bomb Bomb Battlefield area. Let's see. There's more pictures. There's more pictures over on this way. So you could have had even more printed parts and just interesting things going on, instead of just having, like, at a slightly larger scale. You could have had the eyes on King Bomb Bomb here, or the Chain Chomp, or on literally any of these, on the bully, on whatever, right? You got it for the eye, which is cool, but there could have been that much more. On Lakitu, there could have been something. And this micro scale Peach and Mario is really adorable, you know? It's great. I'm not knocking that at all. But this also comes with not getting the thing that we want the most, which is minifigure scale Mario sets. That is the overwhelming desire from casual fans of Lego and hardcore fans of Lego. That is what people want. And this set does nothing to scratch the itches of whatever this is trying to be. It's weird. Not only does it not encapsulate what Mario 64 is because of the question mark block, but the micro builds aren't large enough to justify it being on like when you're displaying it, it doesn't capture your interest. It isn't the, oh my goodness, I need to buy this immediately, not like the NES. This does not have that same vibe. And where I get really fired up about this is because the Mario sets are on clearance everywhere. They're on clearance because the play system that they've developed over the past 2 years, kids are like, we don't want to play with this play system. We love the Mario. We love the Luigi, the interactivity. We'll play with these things right here, these things all day long. These are really cool pieces of tech, but the sets themselves don't bring enough value to justify expanding your courses for this game experience. So what would you do? You would make minifigure scale sets that have an interactive tile, just like you have in Peach's Castle. Let's see if I can find it in any of these portions here, right? In here, this tile, you put this in multiple minifigure scale sets to add more value into those sets. You don't make this obsolete, and you make sets that actually sell. So when you have the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is one of the best Lego sets to come out ever, like people have said that across the board. That's not even me tooting the horn of Mario. That's what people have said, and I totally agree. But when you come off of the NES and you have this, you have the other Mario scale sets that aren't selling incredibly well, they're on clearance, whatever, and then you come out with this. When you look at this, if you're a consumer and you don't want to flip over the box, you don't want to do whatever, you see this and you're like, what's this? That's not the NES. I'm not interested in this. What is this? And I understand with the front of the box art, they want to pique your curiosity. They want you to flip it around, see all the cool features and whatever. But also people couldn't decipher on the hidden side boxes, the artwork split in half with the ghost and the AR. You need to put every single thing on the front of the box to get people to know exactly what it is. And if you don't, it's going to flop. And because this set doesn't have everything on the front of the box, because everything from the Mario Play system in terms of expansion sets is on clearance and it's not resonating with people, that to me has the signal that Lego is like, oh geez, these Mario sets aren't selling. We should retire the theme. The Nintendo license prints money between Zelda, Smash Bros, Mario, whatever. Clearly, Mario is a very desirable product for kids. It's one of the most popular things to exist in the entire world, and this set does nothing to reinvigorate interest in the play system, or the theme, not in the way the NES does. And when it's at the point where all these other sets are on clearance, you need people really buying this stuff, this doesn't move the needle in the way that the NES does. So what could they have done differently? They could have had an actual micro-scale Peach's Castle to be $170. I think that's what people would have liked. And even putting the rumors and leaks aside, putting all the leaks and rumors aside, people would still be like, this does not satisfy my itch for a Peach's Castle set. 100%. And Bomb Bomb Battlefield, Cool Mountain, they're really awesome. They're super cool at this micro-scale. I love it. I wanted them a little bit larger. It doesn't scratch the itch. And then when you have this on display, like, trust me, I built this thing. I've looked at it for hours. When you have this thing, what are you looking at? Are you looking at the top portion? Is it the box? Like, where is my eye drawn to? Having just the box on display is really cool. Having the micro displays is really cool. But having them be combined doesn't do it any favors. You could have had these as two entirely separate things, and it would have sold probably a little bit better. But because this is symbolizing Mario 64. It's combined with this. It doesn't resonate with people the way the NES. Again, I'm going to keep on saying it because that's what this IP needs for Lego to be like, hey, people are interested in this. People are fired up with this. Let's keep this going. This doesn't fire people up. There's people that are excited for it for sure. But if you came out with a larger scale castle or a larger scale whatever, or Mario minifigures, I'm literally telling you it's a license to print money. Nintendo is one of the largest IP holders and franchises. I'm telling you, and it's not me tooting the horn either. Objectively so. How many kids wear Minecraft and Mario t-shirts? I've seen it. I saw it this weekend. I see it everywhere I go. The numbers on my video show that there is a desire to have Mario and Lego product. And these two things right here are super cool. They're dope. They're one of the most innovative and well-implemented things that Lego has ever done technologically. But when you have these play scale sets that people just aren't buying, you need something to really get people excited, and this just isn't it. It's not. And I would love to see a larger scale Peach's Castle. Love to see a larger scale Luigi's Mansion. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We can't get... And I don't want to seem needy. I'm not tearing down the design. The design of all of these different things is genius. The way that they were able to capture the different environments at the scale that they did is beautiful. It's a beautifully engineered set. I'm not knocking this set. For what it is as a set, as a product, is beautiful. But when you factor in everything else that's come along with this theme, it doesn't move the needle. Not as it should. This is not Peach. To me, this does not satisfy the itch for Peach. And you're telling me they might continue with this line, right? And then some little girl isn't going to be able to play as Princess Peach in the same interactive way that you can with Mario and Luigi. That's all that little girl is going to get, is that little itty bitty micro scale Peach that doesn't have any printing on it? Really? That's how it's going to go? All right. I think that's a load of whatever. You know what I mean? Are you mad or happy? I'm aggravated at the implementation. I'm happy that we're getting more Mario stuff. I really am. But looking at the way the Mario license has gone and Lego's reluctance to make minifigures because they want to innovate for the sake of innovating, I understand that. And that's what Nintendo does. But when it comes down to it, come on, what are we doing? Are there still good or new Mario games? Of course there are. Mario Odyssey. They haven't even touched on Mario Odyssey. They haven't touched on Mario Kart, Smash Bros., Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, all the highest selling Nintendo Switch games on the platform. And I was talking hi April. I was talking to April about this, and it was Boba Laveau that sent me a clip of April on her stream. And she said, Brian's going to get mad at me for saying this, but I think this looks like a good capstone to the Mario line. This could be it. And it's funny because I said that to April. That this could be the end of the Mario line with this right here. Because if the license started in 2000, the printing on this, on the bottom, the copyright date is 2018. Let's say they started development in 2017. 2017 to 2022, that's 5 years. That's a 5-year long contract. That's it. It's done. They apparently can't make minifigures because the license is with someone else. I'm tired of hearing this argument. I'm tired of it because the same thing happened with Marvel. The same thing happened with Star Wars. And Jakks Pacific has one thing, but then this person has another thing. Money talks real loud, really loud. These multi-billion-dollar corporations can do whatever they want to get these products to market if they really wanted to. And if that's the excuse, why doesn't someone say it? There is a clear desire. And they've talked about why they can't do X, Y, or Z before. Why not make that clear? Make that a thing. And okay, if you're not going to give us minifigures, then can we get something else that's in a larger scale that properly celebrates the Mario franchise? I still think Mario minifigs would look garbo and be a disappointment. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. Because they've made Sesame Street. They're apparently making Muppets. Great. They've made Looney Tunes. If they're able to convey the scale properly with the minifigure heads and all that, I have no doubt in my mind. These people are geniuses, April. They can figure it out. They get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars probably to make this stuff happen. Make it happen. Getting the sense, that Flynn was right. Hold on. I was too fired up to look at Flynn's comment here. Patience, my friend, and just think now you don't have to drop your whole Where's Peach's Castle stick. What would happen if you didn't have something to wish for? What happens when there's nothing left to wish for? Okay, Flynn, listen, I want to be happy eventually. You know what I mean? I've spent my entire life being a miserable sack of whatever, right? I just want to be happy, you know? I can tell you that Nintendo as a company is notoriously difficult to work with. Trust me. Oh, Flynn, I know. We're on the same page. I 100% agree with you. But at the same time, when you had the Nintendo Wii, which was such a super success, and then they pivoted to the Wii U, which was right? And then they finally wisened up. They got the right people on the right teams in the right places with the Nintendo Switch. And you have innovative games like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, the new approach to Super Mario Party, Smash Bros. Having every single character from the franchise. The most popular, highest selling games in any of these franchises to exist in 2017 onward. They can make it happen. I'm tired of hearing this argument that they can't. They can't. They can't. Make it happen. Make it happen. Just do it. Just do it. Like, do I believe we're getting Mario minifigures? No, I really don't. And the reason I don't is because when I walk down the aisle at Kohl's and I see on this printed cardboard display these two Goombas on the top of it, they wouldn't be putting so much money into all these marketing materials that they were just going to make these obsolete. And there you go. That wouldn't be the case, you know? Brian's just mad because Peach is a 1x1 brick. Not only is Peach a 1x1 brick, but I said it a little bit earlier, April. Think of all the little girls out there that are wanting to play as Princess Peach like this, and then you get this, and then you get this. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. 5. Really? Come on. What are we doing? Not even printing on it anywhere. Not even on the front of the 1x1 for the dress. At least Mario got a mustache. You know? I don't care. I've had this discussion with one of the biggest Nintendo fans I know, and he's super jacked for this. Well, you know, depends on how invested you are in it. I mean, like, it's a cool set. I'm not saying it's not a cool set. It's a cool set that people are going to buy, and I really hope I'm wrong. I hope a lot of people buy this, and they're like, oh my goodness, give me more, give me more. But also, video game fans are very cheap, which I think is a fair statement to say, right? They're very cheap because they're like a $60 game. I'm waiting for it to be $5. So $170 for something like this. This does not scream $170 value like the NES does for $230. Not just little girls want to play as Princess Peach, Brian. Right. I'm just saying I wholeheartedly agree, and I've said that before. Little boys and girls want to play as Princess Peach. But I'm saying if there is a little girl out there who's waiting for Peach, specifically. That's what I'm trying to say. Obviously, boys want to play as Princess Peach. Great display piece with the fantastic NES set in it. But that's also another $170 investment here. I think they would have had more success if there was like a smaller scale Peach's Castle set, even at like $60. You just make it bigger, a bigger micro scale thing. But historically, the Nintendo line has been overpriced with the Mario Lego set specifically. Yes, which is why they're all on clearance, Zach. Kids are over it. You mean like the mini Disney Castle? What a beautiful set that is, Amish. Beautiful set. But when we get the Bluetooth Peach, you'll find something bad about it too. No, I won't. Absolutely not. Because the only thing that I could see that would be bad about it is that they would have to do entirely new power-ups for Peach, because that's not how... I don't think it would be compatible in the same way. She doesn't have the same power-ups, so you have to buy all new power-ups. Would they invest the resources into doing that? I would hope so. If they're not going to give us proper minifigures, give us that. Why not? I have to say I'm more interested in the mechanics than the actual set. It's kind of basic a little bit. I mean, you know, $170 is a little bit steep, I'll give you that. And not only $170, it's 2,064 pieces, which is an awesome piece count, obviously, 64. But it's all little pieces. Little itty bitty pieces. There are no... Let me look at it before. I'm not going to show you it, because Lego will be like, actually, Brian, there are no large pieces in this set. They're all super small pieces. Super, super small pieces. So although the piece count is large and it's good value, it's still small pieces. Brian is projecting his expectations, knowing what Lego is capable of. Not getting it leads to disappointment. I want them to do better. That's all I want. I want them to hit the full potential of every single Lego property of every IP they have. They've done it with Disney. They came out with the Disney Castle. They've done it with Ninjago City Gardens. They've done it with Star Wars, and a $700 Millennium Falcon. When you look at the most popular themes, or rather, the most popular intellectual property in the world, you have Pokemon, which Mega has. You have Mario, Nintendo. Why can't it hit that same potential? Why? It's not because it's not because it's inferior. It's because they're going to experiment with all this stuff. And I understand. I get it. I 100% get it. But come on. The Peaches, not even the castle. The Mario and Nintendo like all of that deserves to hit the highest point it possibly can. It deserves it. And this isn't it. This does not hit the full, and that's what I advocate for Lego products, for people, for anything. Hit your highest stride, and I understand it's still early. But you got to leave if this is putting all the leaks and the expectations and everything aside, this does nothing to satisfy any of the itches for what I, as a Mario fan, would want. This doesn't satisfy it. They can do more. They can do better. And this as a display piece, check set display box. Right. For some. And for me as a diehard fan, this doesn't do it. So that's my perspective. And I'm obviously not speaking on behalf of everybody here who's ever going to buy this set or look at it or whatever. But this is me. We need to stop using investment when buying entertainment items. It's an expenditure. I don't invest in a movie or the $18,000 enormous bin of stale pumpcorn when I'm at the theater. I spend money. I use that just as a term of speaking about it, I guess. So there is no pleasing you. I think there is. What would satisfy me? This as a thing satisfies me. I don't even really want Mario minifigures. I don't really want that. I never said we if they never do it, I think it's a missed opportunity. And if they do end up doing more types of figures or something, as long as they hit whatever potential they have in the tank, they gotta. I know a lot of you understand where I'm at, and obviously I'm very aggravated that putting aside obviously I want a Peach's Castle, right? Obviously, this doesn't count. I'm not satisfied with this. Would I have bought it? Obviously, I got it early for review. So, am I part of the problem? Just buying it? Yes. But if you look at all the comments on all the different posts on Instagram, on whatever, people want. There's a certain thing that people do and do not know what they want, right? But I think when you listen to a lot of what people want, they want Mario minifigures, and they've done it with everything else. I'm with you, Brian. Thanks for taking the hits. Hey, and what's funny is the people hitting at me are people that I know, closely. And I know they're doing it to poke and whatever. But also, it's important that I defend my stance. They'll make your castle and the Bowser Castle as well. If they did a Peach's Castle as the play version of the play sets, I'd be satisfied. Whatever. I'd like a full scale, but this reminds me of the old Minecraft sets that have a lot of charm. They also sold like poo-poo, and Minecraft didn't hit its stride until they had the minifigure scale sets. And I remember putting them on the clearance shelves at the Lego store when I worked there in the very beginning. No one was buying them. No one. Clearance them all out. I was clearancing them all out. Literally, I was there in the store doing it. I don't really want Mario minifigures. Lego, fire up their production line. Lego makes Peach's castle set. Does not include a Peach figure, only a note that says your princess is in a different castle. It's going to be there's going to be a printed tile behind the rotating photo for Bomb Bomb Battlefield in the large scale castle, and like there's going to be like a 2x2 printed tile, and it's just like the Bricks O'Brien just crying in the corner. It's going to be hidden underneath the floorboard of Peach's castle. It's just Bob crying. As A falls, I think we have higher expectations based on potential. When you are so passionate about something, Lego will always fall short. I feel the same about the Lord of the Rings. And the only difference I'd say between that Lord of the Rings situation and this, Dan, is because Lord of the Rings was not thriving. The only reason it was thriving was because of The Hobbit. And when The Hobbit wasn't hitting the expectations, then they canned it. Just like they canned Fantastic Beast ideas in lieu for more Harry Potter anniversary stuff. So, I don't know how this works, by the way. I have no clue. I haven't updated mine, so I don't know. From a mom's perspective of a child that has all the Mario sets up all the time to play with at any time, they should have done another fully playable set. And I mean, this set is it's playable to an extent there, Megan. To an extent. Not entirely. And I like the Hobbit sets too. AFL expectation for kids' toys are not going to be happy with most Lego. And I think that perspective, Jake, is kind of garbo. Because when you walk through the aisles of a toy store and you see a placard that says adults welcome on it, they're inviting adults to buy these products. Literally, it's in the marketing. It's in the messaging. So for adults to have expectations when Lego is inviting adults to buy their product outwardly like that, I think that's justified. Entirely so. Adults welcome isn't always adults cater to. But if they're focusing on the adults buying it, why wouldn't they do that? And instead of getting a larger scale Peach's Castle, we get another one of these stadiums that's going to sell like dog in the US. Cool. You know? Whatever. And Jake, that wasn't a dig at you. I was just trying to like hit that point, you know? Things change with the 18 plus. Problem is Lego still have to, within their design rules, I think they have the ability to change whatever design rules they want to at any point. I don't think there's any design rules. I think they can do whatever they want at any point. I don't know. I think having any rules to any of this stuff, no. Do we know what the bottom contains? Do you know? I don't think so. Do I know? Yes. There is a compartment in the bottom here. It's nothing special. I promise you it's nothing special. Promise you. I promise you. It's actually the hollow earth in here. It's hollow. Stadium Bit makes a good point. We're also talking about a company making products to appeal to a global market. While I agree soccer stadiums will sell poorly in the US, the UK and some other countries sell very well. I look at the stadiums as Lego honoring their no more regional exclusives commitment. But even those, Sapiens, they don't need to make them at that scale. You could have made them the same scale as the Taj Mahal, and people would have been satisfied. In my opinion. That, to me, scratches the itch. I would love a Fenway Park I don't need it to be $300. And I'm a Boston native. I love that stadium. I love that ballpark. It doesn't need to be a $300 set. I don't even need Peach's Castle to be a $300 set. Flynn, listen, this is my thing. This is my thing. It's a cool looking block. Would have been nice to have a mushroom pop out or something. Don't refer to N64. True. It's a big itch. It's a big itch. So I'll be talking about the logistics of the set, the design of it Thursday. That's the embargo. This set to me, as I said to April, could be a capstone to the Lego Super Mario line. They come out with sets top of the year 2022. That's it. That could be it. That could literally be it. Because maybe they're just like, we're done. And I would hate for this to be the end of it, but it looks like it could be a good end. And this is me saying this. Me, number one Lego Super Mario fan O'Brien. This is a difficult second album. So you're going to talk about this for 45 more minutes? Dan, I have a half a mind to time you out. I'll say whatever I want to on my show. You can say whatever you want on your show. So how does this compare to the NES set? Not at all. The NES is so much better. I'll say, I won't talk about the set logistics. I'll do it in the video. I am more upset at what this could mean for the Mario line going forward. I hate what this set could stand for as the end of this collaboration of intellectual property, the two things that I've loved my entire life. Let's make this thing happen. But I don't hate the set, the build. I don't hate this. I like it. I like these. I don't love them. I like them. But I don't love them. I think this castle deserves better. I think these micro builds deserve better. And I think it isn't within... I don't think it's wrong of us as customers of this product to want more. Because if they came out with whatever, they'd make that money. Come on, really? No eye printing? What are we doing here? I was legit sad for you and everyone who wanted it as much as you did. No joke. So I wasn't actually sad when I built it. I'll tell you this, Abby. I wasn't sad when I was building it. When I saw it, I just thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. I'm like, okay, you can actually see what this thing is over here. This corner. You get a little hint. I wasn't sad. And then I was talking to an unnamed individual about this set, and they said, Brian, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait, why are people sorry for me? Oh, because I wanted the castle. And that could be just as much as we ever get out of this castle. That could be it. And then I'll never get the thing that I wanted the most. Which made me think like, oh, that's why people are sad. Okay, no, they're, yeah. Shenanigans, I didn't. I actually just got back. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Good thing Nick made you one. True. Nick made me a better micro-scale Peach's Castle compared to anything that Lego could have done. Well, not could have, just did. For those who haven't seen it before, this is Nick's Peach's Castle. Micro-scale Peach's Castle. Almost the same exact Peach that Lego made. Oh boy. Yeah, that's how I felt. This is it for the castle. I think this is it for the castle. Maybe it's a reverse psychology thing where I'm like, we're not going to get the castle, right, Lego? I will not be asking for the castle. I won't be on and on about it at all. Just kind of chalk it up, you know? I say chalk it up, pack it in. It's done. I think this is it. Which really bothers me, but bigger fish to fry in life, you know what I mean? I'm excited to see what we can do with the white bricks. Well, should have been white instead of gray. The castle? It was gray in 64. The newer one is white. Brain needs to channel some of this energy into a hobby or something. Do you think you fell into the Instagram traps too much? No. Because anybody can say whatever they want to. All these rumors and leaks, all it takes is some 12-year-old and 10 minutes on Canva to come up with a rumor. That's it. I don't believe it. The interesting thing about the Lego leaks is because there's never enough wrong leaks for people to disbelieve when a rumor comes out, right? So like when something video gaming leaks, people are like, oh, whatever, that's not true. Because there's leaks coming out about games every day. But Lego leaks, there's not a lot that comes out every day. Because nobody cares enough to put fake rumors out there about this stuff. So you only get the stuff that's actually real. Most of the time. Now, they've been wrong before with the truck being a truck and not a DeLorean. I think a DeLorean could still happen, and it should happen. The fact that the mock builds were so beautiful showed it could be done, or very nearly. Yes. So even putting those Instagram rumors aside, I would feel the same exact way. This does not scratch any of the itches. But anyways, before I lose everyone who's like, Brian, stop talking about this. Not that I really care, but... And what's also not kind of sad is if they end the Mario line, there's almost nothing Lego could come out with that would get me as excited as Mario. Nothing, ever. If they begin and end the Mario license, there's nothing that could come out that would excite me as much other than like a Bricks O'Brien line. It'll never happen. So, nothing. Nothing would excite me. So...